electronic voting machine not met end-to-end variability and democratic principles in India. Introduced first time in India in the 2014 Lok Sabha elections, VVPAT or the voter verifiable paper audit trial is basically a ballot-less vote verification system connected with the EVM. The VVPAT generates a paper slip to be viewed by the voter and allows him and her to verify whether the vote was cast correctly on the EVM. The slip contains the name and symbol of the party they have voted for. The machine also has a transparent window for the voter to see the printed slip. Eventually, the slip goes inside a sealed box of the machine. This can, however, be opened if there is a dispute. When the voter presses the button for 7 seconds, the details of his or her vote is shown on the VVPAT screen. But after the introduction of VVPAT, there are two votes, one on the EVM and another on the VVPAT as the slip you see on the screen. The question is, which is the real vote? Is what you see the real vote, but then it is not counted. Elections are meant for democracy, and in the democracy principle there has to be end-to-end variability needed for the voter. In 2019, Telugu Desam Party President N. Chandrababu Naidu has moved Supreme Court questioning accuracy of electronic voting machines and had sought a direction to Election Commission to count at least VVPAT slips in 50% of EVMs. At present, VVPAT verification is done only for votes recorded in 5 randomly selected EVMs in each assembly segment. Government has spent Rs 5,000 crores on the purchase of 24 lakhs VVPATs, but VVPAT slips of only 20,000 VVPAT are verified. In December 2023, the Opposition India Alliance, which includes the Congress, Communist Party of India, Marxist, the Communist Party of India, the Trinamool Congress, the DMK and Samajwadi Party, passed a resolution demanding 100% verification of VVPAT slips. The India Alliance has sought time to meet Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar to discuss these concerns. However, the Election Commission has thus far been reluctant to do so. It was found that in the 2019 election, there were discrepancies between the votes counted and the number of votes cast in 345 constituencies. It is a proven fact, but instead of keeping all the slips from these constituencies, they were banned. In response to an RTI inquiry, the ECI had admitted that the VVPAT slips of the 2019 general election were disposed of within 4 months of polling instead of the mandatory 1 year. Why? As we know, the only institution that can question the Election Commission is the Supreme Court. So appealed to the Supreme Court about the fraud, but the court did not take up the case for 5 years. The fraud is the electronic voting machine is being manipulated by humans and not counting the votes that is shown on VVPAT. Our demand was to give the slip in the hands of the voter and let the voter put it in a box, and they should count the slips too. Due to the absence of end-to-end variability, the present EVM VVPAT system is not variable, and therefore it is unfit for democratic elections. As per the democratic principle, the voter has the right to know that his or her vote is cast. Secondly, the voter also must know that his or her vote is recorded. The third principle is what is recorded is counted. So you see your vote on the VVPAT, but the Election Commission is not counting it. That's where the suspicion comes in. On the 17th April 2024, in a mock poll conducted in Kasaragod, Kerala. It was alleged by the UDF and LDF candidates that at least 4 electronic voting machines registered extra votes in favor of BJP. Kerala Chief Electoral Officer Sanjay Gaul described it as a procedural mistake. When the Supreme Court asked of the Election Commission to look into the allegations, the Election Commission rubbished the reports of EVM manipulation. There have been widespread concern among various opposition parties, civil society groups and the general public about the functioning of electronic voting machines and the machines of VVPAT paper slips that are supposed to record which candidates has been voted for. However, the top court has rejected 100% matching or going back to ballot paper. The survey conducted by the Hindu CSDS Lokniti 2024 pre-poll survey, and it found that 50% of the people have no trust in the electronic voting machine. The recent verdict of Supreme Court on 100% vote tallying with VVPAT and EVM is unfortunate. The court has come up with a complex solution to a simple problem, which is end-to-end variability, by the recent verdict on 26 April 2024. Honorable judges trying to convince the bleeders to have faith in electronic voting machine is utterly unexpected. The judgment was expected as most of the people have lost faith in electronic voting machines counting only. The people go to court for judgment on merits with scientific reasoning, but not for advices. Democracy in India from the will of the people becomes to the whim of the machines by Election Commission of India. So now instead of going to court for this vote counting case, we can go to temple, church, mosque and seek justice. Amen. Bible talks about Supreme Court towards complaints about Election Commission of India in Proverbs chapter 29 verse 12. If a ruler, that is Supreme Court, pays attention to the false information, all of his officials, that is Election Commission of India, tend to become wicked.